Hey guys, Robert Webb here with the Destination NJ home selling team. Today we're bringing you a market update for Bridgewater, New Jersey. We're going to take a look at what happened last month and compare it to what happened a year ago and take a look at where the market's headed. Make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to show you an awesome new construction listing that just hit the market last month. Now, let's hop into the data. We saw 84 new homes hit the market in May of 2021, which is a 27% increase in inventory year over year from May of 2020. Now, we have to remember that April and May of 2020 were pretty big COVID shutdown months, so we have to take this data with just a little bit of a grain of salt, knowing that it was kind of shut down last year. But we did see 84 homes come out with a range of pricing, all the way from $185,000 going all the way up to $1.675 million. We saw an average list price of $584,000, representing a 3% increase year over year from May 2020, where we saw an average list price of $566,000. We saw 57 homes sell last month with an average sales price of $574,000, which is a whopping 18% year over year increase over May of 2020, where we saw an average sales price of $488,000. And the days on market down substantially. Last year in May of 2020, we saw an average days on market, that is from when you list to when you go under contract, of 42 days. Dropped that 38%, and that's what we saw last month, where we saw an average days on market of 26 days. Stop. I know this market is exceptionally tricky to navigate. That's why we created the Guide Me Home program. If you click the first link in the description down below and give us a little bit of information about yourself and your search, we want to help you with what your next best step is. I would love to see you and talk with you and help guide you home. Now, let's get back to the data. Now, let's break the data down into single families and townhomes in condos. On the single family side, we saw 60 new homes hit the market in May of 2021, representing a 43% increase in inventory compared to last year, May 2020, where we saw 42 homes hit the market. In May of 2021, we saw an average list price on the single family side of $685,000, which is actually a 1% decrease year over year compared with May of 2020, when we saw an average list price of $690,000. But it doesn't really matter where you list, it's about where you sell. We saw an average sales price in May of 2021 of $661,000, which is a 20% increase year over year from May of 2020. We saw an average sales price of $552,000. That is a smashing difference. And make sure you smash the like button, because days on market was down 28% as well. We saw an average days on market last year of 40 days. Compare that this year, we saw an average days on market of 29 days. Now, let's switch gears and take a look at townhomes and condos. We actually have a 0% change year over year in new listings. Both last May and this May saw 24 new townhomes and condos hit the market. What is different is their list price. We saw an average list price last year in May of 2020 of $347,000. This year, we actually saw a 5% decrease to an average list price of $331,000. And pretty similar to the single family side, it doesn't really matter where you list because the average sales price was up 18% year over year for townhomes and condos. Last year, we saw an average sales price of $327,000. Fast forward only 12 months and we saw an average sales price of $385,000. That is a whopping statistic. Days on market, down substantially like everything else. We saw an average days on market last year of 45 days. This year, 18 days on market to get your home listed to going under contract. If you love this type of data, make sure you subscribe. We bring it to you every single month and we'd love to see you next month. Now, let's take a look at our featured home of the week. 84 Walnut Avenue in Bridgewater, New Jersey is a beautiful new construction in the Bradley Garden section. As soon as you walk in, you see the hardwood floors that flow throughout the entire house. They are stunning natural oak. And this is about as open concept of a house as you're gonna get. The kitchen, living room, dining room, all completely open with just a couple of beams separating them, and you really allow the space to shine in this house. The bathrooms are fully updated and the yard is fantastic. If you're looking for a new construction, you really can't beat the price for Bridgewater schools. Thank you so much for taking a look at our featured listing of the week. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. We bring this to you every single month. And don't forget to check that first link in the description. I'll see you next month.